Mayong adlaw, mabuhay o madayaw gikan sa dakbayan sa Davao. Of course, we are here once again, but I saw a familiar face right in front of me because she had joined before the Mutya ng Dabaw 2024, the time of Hannah Mage Picho. And now, she will be joining again the second time because she's a rest backer. None other than Nicole Sydney, Cookie Fontillas. Mabuhay og madayaw.
Mabuhay og madayaw po. Hello everyone.
So nice to see you again, and I know this is quite inevitable na under pressure pa ka na makabalik. But what is of course very unique right now, the second time around that you're joining Mutya ng Dabaw?
I think what makes this journey unique is there is a little bit of the pressure. If my pressure man, it's pressure sa aking sarili, not from my team, because they have assured me that whatever the results will be, happy sila with that. All I have to do is perform, do my best, and stay true to my core. But I think the significant difference between this edition of Sydney compared to the previous edition is I'm finally letting my story out. Before, I have been holding back, but now I came back with a stronger purpose, with a story to tell to other people, and with this passion to really make a positive change in our community.
Okay, of course, being a fighter yourself and a survivor of abuse, of course, what is the inspiration for this time that you have joined once again the Mutya ng Dabaw, doing the same advocacy that you had shared 2 years ago?
Actually, 2 years ago, I advocated for farmers because I also came from a family who belongs in the agriculture industry. But this time, I want to represent the people who also went through the same story as I did. Growing up, having experienced such violence, I was afraid to open up. But last year, when I was in my, I think, resting era, I guess.
Recuperating period?
Yes, I decided to finally let myself out there because I realized that if I do get my story out there, then there will be other kids who went through just like I did, who will get inspired and to finally really explore themselves deeper, to let themselves feel the pain because that's the first step to healing. And while healing may not be linear, every step towards it is very important because that's how you will be able to let it all out, embrace it, and embrace the journey to healing. So that's what I want to also make others feel like they have a safe space here in Davao, and we want to incorporate my sport, Taekwondo. I will be teaching them myself, martial arts or self-defense, because we want to be prepared. Any form of violence can happen anytime, and we want to prevent that.
Yes. So, who inspires you while you're doing your journey for the 2 editions of Mutya ng Dabaw back in 2024 and for this year?
Honestly, my greatest inspiration would be, this might be too narcissistic to hear, but myself or my younger self, because no one stood up for me back then. And now I want to be that ate or that mutya that other people can look up to. Not only because we present with beauty, we talk about our advocacies, but because we're walking our talk. I want to be the ate who will teach them how to fight, not only violence, but also to fight their fears and to finally let themselves go out of the box.
Yes. So, compared to 2 years ago, how is the experience that although some of them that you might know were also mga rest backers naman pod, but what is it compared for this year's batch of the Mutya ng Davao alongside with the familiar faces you have known with?
Honestly, I am amazed about the different girls who went up on stage with me earlier. We stand for different advocacies. We stand for our different stories that we want to share and to put out there. Actually, I'm glad to see familiar faces. Kanina lang, we hugged each other because we were so proud of our growth compared to the previous edition na batchmates kami. But seeing rest backers, there's more than a couple of rest backers, just shows how driven a Dabawenya can be. We are back because we are hungry for the crown. We are hungry to serve our purpose in our city, and I think that's what sets this edition apart from any edition, because women are even more driven to make a lasting impact in Davao.
If you would describe Davao City in one word, in what one word you would describe alongside with your personality and also the situation you're in right now?
Fearless. That's something that I would like to describe myself and to describe every Dabaw venue and Davao City itself. We are not afraid to get criticized because that way we take it as something that we can use to drive change. And I think it shows how good our local governance here is. We are economically progressive. We participate in international trade and tourism fairs like BIMP IAGA. If you're not familiar with that, that is basically an ASEAN group aiming for a sustainable and progressive country. And I'm proud to be part of Davao City because we are proactive in growing not just our economy, we are promoting our tourism and of course, the people itself.
Mayong adlaw, mabuhay ug madayaw gikan sa dakbayan sa Davao. And we are here once again for another edition of Kadangpan Interviews. As you know, she is also one of the rest backers for the Mutya ng Dabaw for this year's batch. And I would like to introduce now CERLYN CABANIT. Mabuhay ug madayaw.
Mabuhay ug madayaw, sir.
Yes, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
After a year?
Yes, sir.
Yes, pero medyo na-confuse ako sa kanang mga familiar faces.
Yes, sir.
But, of course, why you have decided to join again for the second time?
Yes, sir. Katulad po ng, just like what I've mentioned earlier during the Q&A the Q&A portion for the fast talk. So they've asked me why did I join once again? Because for me, when I saw the post of Mutya ng Dabaw Facebook page that its theme is all about born to lead, and from that, for me, being a leader is not a passion but a calling. Because when I was very young, I really had my own community-based organization and also has this advocacy, which is Project Kaalam, unraveling the prescription towards a vibrant community through research-driven health literacy. So that is the main reason why I joined Mutya ng Dabaw once again, because I always perceive that Mutya ng Dabaw is a platform or a perfect venue wherein we can share our causes and advocacies. And I joined Mutya ng Dabaw because I believe that it's a form of leadership. And it doesn't mean that the crown is gone, the leadership is gone as well. So it's the beginning of you trying to rise again because you have the leadership inside you. At the same time, you wanted it to share not just only for the people of Davao City, but also to the entire world.
Yes. So compared to last year, how are you prepared for this with the newest batch? And I think some of your fellow sister candidates are also the batchmates from last year.
I'm so excited knowing that some of the candidates are also the risk backers. And for the preparation, I've actually prepared so much right now. And I don't want to spoil it to you guys because I want you to stay tuned, most especially on the coronation night for Mutya ng Dabaw 2026. But one thing's for sure, you're gonna be having a better and new CERLYN.
Yes. So if you would describe Davao City in one word with your personality as well, what is it and how would you define Davao City to yourself?
If there's one word that I could describe Davao City that could also correlate to myself, it would gonna be fearless. Because I am a leader, I'm a self-taught leader, and at the same time, I've been into various life situations that would also, I could say, that very difficult for me to carry on. And I believe that historically wise, Davao City also experienced various circumstances that also tested its endurance, not just only in the governance, but so as with its people. So I could say that as an individual and part of this competition, which is Mutya ng Dabaw, we are really fearless because we know who and what we are authentically, and we know where and how to stand by our own.
Mayong adlaw, mabuhay ug madayaw gikan sa dakbayan sa Davao. And we are here once again for another edition of Kadangpan Interviews, but this time we are joined by one of the candidates for Mutya ng Dabaw 2026. Please state your name, age, and where do you represent?
I am JAHMELCA Morales TO-ONG, 19 years old, proudly representing Barangay Talomo proper.
Uy, kabarangay banday na ko ni. Taga Talomo proper man ko.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So anyway, if given the chance that you will crown as the Mutya ng Dabaw for 2026, what is your advocacy you'd like to bring to the Dabawenyos alike?
If I were to be crowned as the next Mutya ng Dabaw 2026, I would really advocate for mental health accessibility programs, especially in catering safe space for the youth, for them to thrive in their mental health, as well as providing psychological first aid training for our staffs here in Davao City. And I think that's something that our city needs, because mental health is something that is really an issue, and it is prominent here in Davao, and we should really acknowledge that this issue should be addressed well here in our city.
Okay. With that being said, of course, you're witnessing some of those who are struggling. They are doing battling their own battles. Kumbaga, losing a loved one, losing someone you love, or losing someone who's your best friend. What is the importance, of course, to taking good care of our mental health?
You know what? As a psychological first aider, I have sat down with other people, and we sat down with their stories and listened to their stories, and it's really heartbreaking to know that some people, when they're experiencing a lot of mental health struggles, psychological distress, some of them doesn't know that there are actually a lot of people who are willing to listen, to reflectively listen, and to actually who are willing to sit down with their problems, and we can share our problems with them. And I think that's something that we should really we should inform other people that there are support system, there are people who are willing to really give the support that we need in times of mental health distress, and that's something that I really want to advocate for, mental health accessibility.
Yes. I don't know, I think if it's your first time joining the Mutya ng Dabaw, or you have joined some previous pageants in the past.
I have joined Mutya ng University of Mindanao just last year, but this is my second big pageant, the Mutya ng Dabaw.
So that's the first time for Mutya ng Dabaw. Yes. Right now, as for the well-being of now, you have witnessed with your fellow sister candidates, how is the bonding all together during the press conference and sashing?
I was actually, right now, I'm still trying to get to know them more, because some of them are still shy, and actually, I myself, I'm still quiet, shy, and aloof with them, but I'm trying my best to communicate with them and to really form that sisterhood bond, because I believe that when I experience Mutya ng Dabaw, I will really experience sisterhood as well.
If you would describe Davao City in one word, what will it be, and what resonates, of course, with the city itself as well as your personality?
I would really describe Davao City with its tagline, disciplinado. Davao City is disciplinado. And as a disciplined woman myself, I really believe that Davao City really, empowers me as a disciplined woman, as a young woman, to really, follow the rules, the policies of our city. And I think that's something that Davao City empowered within me as a woman.
Dating gawi, would you kindly invite all of our Dabawenyos and non-Dabawenyos alike mag-witness sa mga schedule of activities nga nakalaan alang kaninyo for next month, March 2026?
Yes, hello, mabuhay ug madayaw. I am honored to invite you all to witness the different activities, especially the coronation night of Mutya ng Dabaw this coming March 20. Come, join us, witness the different beauties, the diverse beauties of Dabawenyas, and the purpose that we stand for. I hope to see you there, and again, mabuhay ug madayaw. Gikan sa lungsod sa Dabaw.
Yes.
Yes, so sa tanang mga Dabawenyos o dili mga Dabawenyos, I'm inviting you all to be part of one of the grandest and prestigious pageant in Mindanao, which is Mutya ng Dabaw 2026. And I believe that you're all excited to witness such activities. So let's go and sugdan nato ang celebration. Hello mga Dabawenyos, daghan kaayo magiandam ang atong city government ng mga array of activities para kaninyong tanan, including non-Dabawenyos. You are all invited sa atong pagsaulog sa araw ng Dabaw, and I'm hoping that you guys will watch our coronation night for Mutya ng Dabaw this March 20, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all guys.